saturation of certain themes over and over again. That might get boring, but figures ain't going anywhere. They're just going to stick around.
Also, adding to that too is that figures appeal to the demographic that buys stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know, these are usually single men who don't have kids. You know, it's like, geez, I've got all this extra money. Ooh, I want that.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it appeals to an audience that isn't affected. So.
Actually, I would say that it's backwards. It's getting to the point where figures are influencing anime itself. You know Black Rock Shooter, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows Black Rock Shooter?
Yeah.
You guys know about the OVA of Black Rock Shooter?
Yeah.
The anime is free. What's happening is that Goodwill Company is actually sponsoring the production of the anime to sell more toys. So now we have a situation in which it's the figure industry who is influencing the anime industry.
Just like it was in the States in the 80s. You made stuff like Transformers and He-Man.
Yeah. So, hope that helps. You're welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
This is a question for Pedro, I believe. You said you were really big into One Piece. And
Yes.
you knew about the releases that were shown at Wonderfest.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on some of the new figure arts figures, like the Luffy and the Ace figure arts? Have you heard much about it?
I've just seen the photos of them and they look fantastic. Like, my personal opinion is that, and this is actually kind of funny, I've had this conversation with a female friend of mine. There are very few male figures. This is an industry dominated by cute girls with flippin' skirts. And again, that's fantastic. But every so often, I want a badass on my desk. And One Piece is one of those shows that can deliver every time, almost every time. There are a couple exceptions, but the figure arts in particular are really good, and I really enjoy them. And they're no portrait of pirates, but very little is a portrait of pirate, other than that line.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, if you have the cash, get it.
Hello. First of all, I really appreciate Toma Pavic. So what got me into figure collecting about a year ago. So thanks for making my wallet empty.
No problem.
Always helping out people.
I was kind of curious if you could briefly touch on the methodology you use for like displaying your collections. Like, do you do it kind of by scale or by series? How frequently do you move things around? Maybe just say something.
Well, I'm sure everyone here probably does it differently. I know for me, I'm a really big fan of the little skinny glass shelves that IKEA sells. You have to order them depending on where you live if you don't have an IKEA near you. But Danny Chu also uses them, and I got the idea from him. I'm not going to lie, I totally stole it. They're beautiful. They're about this long and about this deep, and they're perfect for just like 2 to 3 figures. I know some people will display like a ton of figures all crammed together on a shelf. I personally really hate that because I feel like you can't see what you're buying. Sorry for anybody that does that. I'm sorry. I'm not going to bitch it. I'm just saying it's just not my thing. So anyway,
It's a matter of taste.
I don't move them a lot. Like, I use those and I'll dust and everything. But other than that, I don't really have a methodology as far as like to the eye. I do try to keep all my 1/8 in one place, and then I have my Nendroids on a separate shelf because otherwise they look kind of weird, you know. So that's what I do. What do you guys do?
I got 2 sections. I have my nerd section where I have all my DVDs, my anime DVDs, my Blu-rays, my games, etc. And that's where I tend to put the 1/8 scale stuff, or the larger scale stuff, because that's my pride and joy. That's where I want all the good-looking stuff. Also, coincidentally, Portrait of Pirates go there. Then I have my desk, which I tend to have 1 or 2 larger figures that, you know, it's the soup du jour, you know, whatever's hot that day, or that month, or however long they are, and that's where I also put the smaller figures. So, you know, I'll be typing on my desk, I'll look over, I'll see a Lord Genome from Gurren Lagann just kind of standing looking awesome, and then I look up and there's a little Nendroid party happening right above, because they're small and they can chill and they can look down and I can say what's up.
I put most of the new figures like right on my desk so that, you know, I can see them while I'm doing whatever I'm doing. They usually stay there for about a month to 2 months, and then I move them off into there's IKEA Detolf cases. There's like 4 shelves. They're kind of popular among figure collectors. I've gotten to 5 of them, and now it's like I don't have any more room in my apartment. So then, or I do, but then I'd have to move other stuff out. So that's not a good deal. So then, you know, I've actually started, you know, putting them back in boxes, piling stuff, and trying not to cram it as full too as collect stuff, because, you know, when you got like them 2 put together, you can't see the ones in the back. So. like to give them room to breathe.
And Belle, tell us how you do it.
I finally moved to an apartment that I like, so I'm finally getting everything out of carton.
How was it before?
You see those boxes? Imagine them piled up. No, but I really had an idea what I want to do. IKEA is actually pretty good for storage of your collectibles. So they have like some bookcases. They're basically squares, mini squares, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's like 4 times 5 squares times 4 squares, something like that. So what I'm gonna do is that put them by theme, apocalypse together and noisy to stuff together. And cramming is not really my style. So I'm the kind of person who prefers to rotate every 1 or 2 months and keep them fresh. I mean, it also, since you keep changing them, it doesn't look the same all the time.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I came in a little late, so I don't know if you covered this at the beginning, but it might be a bit of an advanced topic, but how do you go about not utterly just draining the wallet trying to get an out-of-print figure?
It's a good question.
Good one.
Yeah, and actually that's interesting because I don't know about these other guys, but like I think most figure collectors have like one holy grail they either miss or they're always looking for. Like I am like on the hunt for one altar figure that I missed 2 years ago that I'm like not gonna like let it go until I get. But the figure is available on like Yahoo Japan and stuff like that for about $200, and I just won't pay it. Like, and I mean that I hope that doesn't reflect poorly on me as a collector. It just means that I love the figure, but I'm not willing to go that far.
I don't love 200 plus shipping from Japan.
Not for me, but for like another person, it might be worth it. I mean.
It depends on the figure too.
Yeah, it depends on the figure. I mean, I'm sure you guys have stuff.
Yeah, I found my holy grail in Japan, and I was it was 2 days away from leaving, and it was $80, and it was a fantastic price. And the choice was getting my luggage back to America. So the choice was one toy or all the other stuff that I bought over there. So ever since then, I haven't been able to find it. It's a regret, and still shake my head.
What was it?
It was Freeing did a 1/4 size Yuki from Haruhi in a bunny girl outfit that was about yay high, that had like actual fishnet stockings.
Oh, you mean that's Bubba's coat?
No, that's another nice one. But this is one that they did of all the main girls in Haruhi in bunny girl outfits with stocking, like actual stockings, and it was really, really meticulously well done. And they originally retailed for somewhere in the 130s, 140s, because they're 1/4 scale, they're huge. And this was used, and by the way, if you ever go to Japan, don't mind, you should buy used toys over there because they're meticulous with how they keep their stuff, and you're going to get them ridiculously cheap. So, yeah, it was $80, couldn't get it. Still bang my head on the table every so often for it.
Do you have a holy grail?
I've always wanted a Gemini Sunrise, one of them Sakura Wars 5.
Good call. I hope you find it.
Thank you.
Hi. What is your preferred method for dusting any figures that you happen to have outside of cases?
I just use a really light feather duster personally. I mean, I don't do anything special other than that. You guys?
I use a feather duster too, because the microfiber dusters, they always catch on the figure, so it's a pain to use. So I mean, you could use it, but feather duster is probably the best because it doesn't snag that much. If you're adventurous and you have time, you always use water and lightly scrub. I've done that with a couple of ones that were too big to fit in the cases. I just did that with fake Testarossa and Alter. So, there's like some grooves in there. Yeah, it took me a while. Like, take a Q-tip and scrape out the grooves and all that. But, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Canned air.
Well, canned air, I'm kind of a suspect on the canned air because it spits out some stuff, and it can get really cold. It can get really cold. And if you have like a thin part in the older figure, the canned air could leave some discoloration.
Interesting.
Yeah, but feather seems to be the best for me.
I feather and Q-tip.
What's the best news outlet to find out about the new releases? Because the problem I have is that I'll find out about a lot of the figures after they're all already sold out, and then it's a choice of, well, should I chase after to find one for a ridiculous price, or just say the hell with it?
Okay, well, you do realize that you're openly asking me to plug my website.
Well,
Do you read Japanese blogs?
no, I don't.
Okay. We always recommend, honestly, Japanese blogs first because they do get the news first. However, as I said before, we do have an on-site photographer in Tokyo who goes to events for us. We usually get the coverage up within a 24-hour period, if not less. So Tomopop is a good resource. However, there are other excellent resources. Would you guys like nominate any favorites? I know that. Oh gosh.
Twitter is actually pretty good.
Yeah, Twitter's great if you're following.
Yeah,
like, any
Twitter. The thing is, Twitter is instant gratification. So if you know a show's coming up, I don't know any off the top of my head because I have a horrible memory. But if you can find several news outlets, they'll be posting news consistently, going up and up and up.
Neko Magic is also a really exhaustive, excellent resource.
Danny does a good job because he does both Japanese and
He does, but figures are not his main focus anymore. Like he writes about Dolphins a lot, which is cool. But like if you want, like for instance, if you want to read what happened at Wonder Festival, you're going to have to go. Like you can't. Danny will not necessarily have it all up the next day, but there are a few blogs that will. And if you want a list, like we can write it down for you.
Yeah,
Let's see it happen.
personally, I find blogs more useful for figuring out what's coming out in the following days. But if you really want to see when something is ready for pre-order, the best thing you can do is either go to the manufacturer site or to the stores. The main stores nowadays either have an RSS feed or a Twitter feed.
Or some of them have email chains that they'll send out. They'll send out when stuff goes on Twitter.
So as soon as they put something on Twitter, you know that it's available. Oh, usually between midnight and 2 a.m. is the time where, if you want to be like the very first, that's the time you want to check out the updates.
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to comment. Like some stores, will have their own blog. Like, Ami,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.